Mitsubishi 380200520008. The Mitsubishi 380 is a midsize car that was produced between 2005 and 2008 by Mitsubishi Motors Australia. Available only as a sedan, it marked the end of Australian production by the Japanese manufacturer. The 380, given the model designation DB, was the successor to the Mitsubishi Magna, Verada line of vehicles first introduced in 1985, and 1991 for the Verada, but was only available as a sedan. The company spent over 600 million Australian dollars developing and producing the car, which is heavily based on the 9th generation Mitsubishi Galant designed in the United States. The 380 continued the Mitsubishi Australian tradition of producing front-wheel drive sedans for the Australian market, and along with the Toyota Orion, competed against the rear-wheel drive Ford Falcon and Holden Commodore vehicles. Even before the car's launch in October 2005, the 380 was stigmatized as the make-or-break model for Mitsubishi Australia. After a slow sales start, the lineup was updated with the Series 2 in April 2006, with the entry-level model receiving price discount of nearly 20%. To generate further interest in the car, a Series 3 revision came on July 29, 2007 with mainly cosmetic changes. These updates failed to lift sales, and with production still unprofitable, Mitsubishi ceased manufacturing of the 380 in March 2008 after just short of 3 years in production. A total of 32,044 were produced over the 3-year production, of which 30,195 were sold in Australia. The development of the 380 began in 2002, when company executives in Japan gave approval to Mitsubishi Australia to commence work on 2 closely related vehicles. The first of which was a right-hand drive variant of the 9th generation Mitsubishi Galant, designated the codename PS41. This was to be the replacement for the Magna and Verada. The second, which was planned to be launched in 2007, was a long-wheelbase version known internally as PS41L to be produced in both left and right-hand drive configurations. However, as Mitsubishi's financial woes worsened, and Daimler Chrysler pulled out of the Daimler Chrysler-Mitsubishi alliance, PS41L was abandoned in 2004 and the likelihood of PS41 making it into production looked even more doubtful. Company research conducted in mid-2004 revealed that 84% of Australians believed that Mitsubishi would cease production in Australia. To reinstate consumer confidence in the brand, before the launch of the 380, a series of television commercials began airing in December 2004. Centralized around Mitsubishi Australia's then CEO Tom Phillips, the advertisements promoted the introduction of an industry-first 5-year/130,000 km, 81,000 miles, warranty. Mitsubishi reworked a slogan from former Chrysler chairman Lee Iacocca, concluding their commercials with the tagline, "If you can find a better built, better backed car anywhere, then buy it." In total, 600 million Australian dollars was spent on developing the 380, including $250 million on upgrading the Adelaide production facility to manufacture the vehicle. This included the installation of a new body press, casting the body sides from an individual piece of steel. This has the effect of producing a 0.7 mm, 0.03 in, size differentiation from body to body, compared to the industry standard of 1 to 1.5 mm, 0.04 to 0.06 in 2005. The name 380 was chosen as a fresh start to Mitsubishi's sale of its sole Australian-made vehicle, given that the Magna name was now synonymous of slow-selling vehicle that was long overdue for a replacement. Indeed, among the 7 names shortlisted from a total of 220, Magna was not one of them. According to then CEO, Tom Phillips, the chosen name polled the best and, at the official launch, he stated 380 conjured up images of high technology, European standards, sophistication and performance with consumers. All of those attributes correlate directly with the positioning of our new car, and when added to the build quality that we are renowned for and a large 3.8-liter engine, 380 was a natural choice for the name of the car. Front-end styling of the DB series, 380 base model, pictured, broadly shared with other mid-range and non-sport models. Front-end styling of the DB series 2, 380SX, pictured, broadly shared with the GT and VRX models. From the very beginning of the project, Mitsubishi had always intended that the PS41 would be set apart from the North American Galant in terms of exterior styling. The problem was that PS41 had to share the same basic foundation and the side profile was to remain for the most part unchanged. A revamp of the Clovelly Park facility allowed for the use of more robust bodies. The consequence of this is the tooling required to produce the panels. This gave Mitsubishi the opportunity to make several low-key variances to the design. These came in the form of larger front guards, a revised bonnet, new headlamps as well as grills and bumpers. The front end of the PS41 was originally pinned by Mitsubishi's design chief, Olivier Brulé. Brulé was also responsible for the 2003 Magna Verada facelift, but this update fared poorly with buyers. When Daimler-Chrysler pulled out of their alliance with Mitsubishi in 2004, it put an end to Brulé-designed Mitsubishis. This allowed for one final chance to progress the exterior design. However, with little more than a year until production, the redesign was shared between Mitsubishi Australia and its parent in Japan. The basic design that was reserved for the base and mid-luxury models was devised by the Japanese studio, whereas the sports-oriented design that was conceived locally was reserved for the sports and upper luxury models within the 380 range. Compared to the Galant, there were changes to 70% of the car to create a car more suited to the Australian market. Roads, legislation and consumer preferences were all driving forces behind the changes. The rear of the floor pan had to be overhauled to accommodate a full-size spare wheel, and superior rear side members were required to improve towing capabilities. Body rigidity was also improved to deal with Australian road conditions. The improved body stiffness resulted in better vehicle dynamics, which were also supported through the use of sophisticated suspension designs, new shock absorbers and stabilizer bars. The 380 was a sedan only and its sole power plant was an all-new 3.8-liter V6 engine codenamed 6G75. Which was also compatible for LPG fuel. Notably, unlike the practice adopted with its predecessor, the 380 sports models, VRX and GT, did not feature a higher output engine relative to other models in the range. The 5-speed manual 380S, a 5-speed sequential automatic was optional on the S, was actually the fastest vehicle in the range. The new 175 kilowatts, 235 horsepower, and 343 Nm, 253 pounds-feet, engine was capable of propelling the car from 0 to 100 km per hour, 0 to 62 miles per hour, in 7.6 seconds. Because of the choice of gear ratios, the manual and automatic transmission-equipped 380s had the same acceleration figures.